Assalam-o-alaikum Students, वेलकम टू माय चैनल। आज से हम स्टार्ट करने जा रहे हैं पीएमएस जनरल नॉलेज की प्रिपरेशन, जिसमें हम वन बाय वन सब्जेक्ट्स को लेकर चलेंगे। सबसे पहले हम स्टार्ट करेंगे जनरल साइंस से। जनरल साइंस के एमसीक्यूज से काफ़ी मेजर पोर्शन आता है पीएमएस के जीके पेपर में, तो तकरीबन 1000+ एमसीक्यूज़ आपके साथ शेयर किए जाएंगे जो मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट हैं पीएमएस जीके के हवाले से, और बाकी तमाम जो पीपीएससी के वन पेपर एग्ज़ाम होते हैं उनके लिए भी बहुत अहम है। 1000+ एमसीक्यूज़ आपके साथ शेयर किए जाएंगे। आज की वीडियो में आपके साथ स्टार्ट के जो 200 एमसीक्यूज़ हैं उनको शेयर किया जाएगा, तो टाइम को वेस्ट किए बगैर हम स्टार्ट करते हैं। फर्स्ट एमसीक्यूज़ है, विच इज़ द आउटर मोस्ट प्लैनेट इन द सोलर सिस्टम? नेपट्यून। Sphere deficiency of vitamin D results in rickets. The SI unit of charge is coulomb. Long sight defect could be corrected by using convex lens. Deficiency of vitamin A results in night blindness. For a fixed mass of gas at constant temperature, if we decrease volume, the pressure will increase. The lifespan of red blood cells is 120 days. The density of water is 1 gram per centimeter cube. Radioactivity was discovered by Becquerel. A device which converts chemical energy into electrical energy is called battery. The sun is a star. The gas used in refrigerator to cool water is ammonia. The average adult has a blood volume of about 5 liters. The most abundant element in universe is hydrogen, and the most abundant element in the earth's crust is oxygen. Each day human body breathe in 15,000 to 20,000 liters of air. Deficiency of vitamin D results in rickets. The SI unit of pressure is Pascal. The most densest substance on earth is osmium. A camera uses a convex lens to form an image. CNG stands for compressed natural gas. Which from the following is true for sound? Sound cannot travel through a vacuum. When white light is passed through a prism, it splits into 7 colors. 1 nanometer is equal to 10 raised to power 9 meter. Instrument used for measuring very high temperature is pyrometer. Sound waves are longitudinal waves. The lifespan of white blood cells is 5 to 21 days. The fluid part of blood is known as plasma. During winter in cold countries, the salt is mixed to melt the ice on the icy roads. In a very low temperature, which from the following will freeze at last? Seawater. The nearest planet to the earth is Venus. The planet that moves around the sun at the highest speed is Mercury. In general, comets have highly elliptical orbits. GPS is an abbreviation for Global Positioning System. Oxidation is a chemical reaction involving loss of electrons. At night, plants intake oxygen and release carbon dioxide. Urine is produced in kidneys. The position of an element in the periodic table is determined by its proton number. The salinity of seawater is determined by the amount of common salt, sodium chloride, in dash of seawater in 1 kg of seawater. The planet which is easily visible from the earth is Venus. The great spot on the planet Jupiter. 1 light year is equal to 9.5 into 10 raised to power 12 kilometer. The bodyguard of the earth is Jupiter, that save the earth from many comets and asteroids. The planets visible to us without using a telescope are 5. According to Big Bang theory, the universe began about 10 to 20 billion years ago. Biosensor is used to measure blood glucose level. Einstein's famous equation which states that mass and energy are interchangeable, is E is equal to mc square. The SI unit of electric current is ampere. The principal constituent of the atmosphere of the earth is nitrogen. What is dry ice? Solid carbon dioxide. Digestion of food is completed in the small intestine. Carrot is a good source of vitamin A. For proper formation of teeth, fluorine is essential. Deficiency of zinc causes loss of appetite and poor growth. Meteorology is the study of atmosphere. The carbon dioxide in the atmosphere by volume is 0.039%. Diamond is an allotropic form of carbon. The SI unit of heat is joule. The good source of vitamin A are green leafy vegetables. The good sources of vitamin B complex are seeds. The good source of vitamin C are fresh vegetables and fruits. The good sources of iodine are seafoods. The gas commonly known as laughing gas is nitrous oxide. The source of oxygen in photosynthesis is water. The instrument used to measure wind speed is anemometer. The natural fats and oils are composed of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. The energy value of food is measured in calories. Wind energy is the kinetic energy. Who is considered the father of meteorology? Aristotle. Water covers 71% of the earth's surface. In general, wind speed of 10 to 13 kilo per hour caused minor or no damage. Acid rain is mainly caused by emissions of sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide in the atmosphere. About 50% of the earth's crust, including the waters on the earth and atmosphere, is oxygen. The fourth state of matter is plasma. The device used to convert alternate current into direct current is called rectifier. In night, when photosynthesis is stopped, plants give off carbon dioxide. Dash are called the powerhouses of the cell, mitochondria. One of the countries through which equator passes is Kenya. Copper can be converted into gold by artificial radioactivity. The three elements needed for healthy growth of plants are nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. Clocks, which moves with the velocities comparable with the velocity of light, run slow. Max Planck received the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1918 for his discovery of energy quanta. Bronze medal is made up of metals, copper and tin. Addison's disease is caused by the deficiency of adrenocorticotropic hormone. Hummingbird belongs to a category called endotherm. Radioactive isotope of uranium used in nuclear bomb is 92U35. Human population growth is greatest in developing countries because the birth rate is high in developing countries. Which woody raw material is used for the manufacture of paper pulp? Poplar. Rectified spirit contains alcohol about 95%. Which of the following elements is not present abundantly in Earth's crust? Radium. The famous book Al-Qanun was written by the Muslim scientist Abu Ali Sina. Basic metals can be converted into gold by artificial nuclear radioactivity. A light year is the unit of length. One of the main functions of the Earth's ozone layer is to filter out ultraviolet rays. Persons with following blood group are considered to be universal recipient AB positive. Study of life in the outer space is known as exobiology. The name of the common mineral salt present in sweat is sodium chloride. Sensitive layer of the eye is retina. Laughing gas has chemical composition of the following two elements: nitrogen plus oxygen. Dr. Abdul Salam of Pakistan was one of the contributors of the unification of electromagnetic force and weak nuclear force. What is the chance of diabetic baby born to parents both heterogeneous normal? 1 by 4. Which of the following is not a part of Darwinism? Overproduction. Role of biotechnology in production of food based on fermentation. Which form of drug abuse involves most risk of infection with the HIV/AIDS virus? Injection of heroin. Founder of modern astronomy, Nicolaus Copernicus. The instrument which measures very high temperature is pyrometer. The science which deals with the study of manners and customs of people, ethnology. Chemical used to kill rats and mice are rodenticides. Dry ice is solid carbon dioxide. Chemical name of vinegar is dilute acetic acid. Deficiency of following vitamin decreases hemoglobin production, pyridoxine. Hygrometer is used for measuring humidity of air. Bronze is an alloy of copper and tin. Which of the following is the most elastic? Steel. Orbital period of the planet Mercury around the Sun is 88 days. The most splendid and the most magnificent constellation on the sky is Orion. Eugenics is the study of altering human beings by changing their genetic components. The position of Earth in its orbit when it is at its greatest distance from the Sun, causing northern summer, is called aphelion. Diamond is a very expensive ornament. It is composed of a single element, carbon. Which of the following layers make radio transmission possible? Ionosphere. Which of the following explains the reason why there is no total eclipse of the Sun? Area of the Sun covered by the Moon. Television signals are converted into light signals by photodiode. Where do most of asteroids lie? In asteroid belt between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. The number of spark plugs needed in a diesel engine is 0. The half-life of a radioactive element is 8 days. How long it take to reduce it from 10 mg to 5 mg? 8 days. The term blue shift is used to indicate Doppler effect, in which an object appears bluer when it is moving towards the observer or observer is moving towards the object. Kilowatt hour is a unit of energy. Fuel used in a fast breeder reactor is uranium plutonium oxide. Monsoon is caused by seasonal reversal of winds. Which of the following atmospheric layers help in radio communication? Ionosphere. A moderator is used in nuclear reactor in order to slow down the speed of the neutrons. Sedimentary rocks are porous. Which one of the following is a non-metallic mineral? Gypsum. Ozone layer prevents ultraviolet radiation from entering the atmosphere. The phenomena of aurora borealis, the display of red and green lights in the northern hemisphere, is due to radiations from the ionosphere. Yeast is used in making bread because it produces carbon dioxide. Oasis is associated with desert. Quartz crystal. In quartz, watches work on the principle called piezoelectric effect. The fruits without seed, like banana, are called parthenocarpic fruits. Animal which captures and readily kills living animals for its food is called predator. In a railway track, two rails are joined end to end with a gap in between them because accidents due to expansion in summer can be avoided. Name the famous book of Ibn Sina in which he discussed Human Physiology and Medicine, Al-Qanun. Water is heated in a kettle. The inside water is heated by convection. A person sitting near the fire receives heat by radiation. In winter, an iron pipe feels colder than a wooden window. This is because wood is non-conductor. The echo, reflected sound, will be distinctly heard only at ordinary temperatures if the distance of the reflecting surfaces from the source of sound is at least 56 feet. It is possible to recognize a person in the dark by simply hearing his unique voice. It is because of the pitch. When a ray of sunlight enters a dark room, its straight path becomes visible because of dust particles hanging in the air. It is because light is visible. A 6 feet tall lady wants to see her full image in a plane mirror. The minimum length of the mirror will be 3 feet. The principle used in a radar is the same as that of sonar. In radar, we use radio waves, whereas in sonar, we use ultrasonic. In a fission nuclear reaction, a heavy nucleus breaks up into smaller nuclei, whereas in another nuclear reaction, two or more than two possibly nuclei are fused to form a heavy nucleus. This nuclear reaction is called fusion nuclear reaction. Parsec is a unit of distance. German silver is an alloy of copper and nickel. The continent Antarctica lies at the South Pole. The temperature of the dead body is temperature of the place where it is kept. Lactometer is a type of hydrometer which is used to measure the specific gravity of milk. The deepest place on the earth is Mariana Trench. Twinkling of stars is caused by refraction of light. Magnifying power of a simple microscope can be increased by decreasing focal length of the lens. A nuclear reactor is a device used to carry out controlled nuclear reaction, whereas GM counter is a device used to detect nuclear radiation. A body can escape the gravitational pull of the earth if it is thrown up with a velocity of 7 miles per second. Night vision is possible with the help of infrared rays. Myopia is a defect of human eye. It can be corrected by using a lens called concave lens. The instrument which is specially designed for recording earthquake wave is called seismograph, which measure earthquake waves on a Richter scale. In humans, most nutrient molecules are absorbed by the small intestine. Cobalt is a material which is strongly attracted by a magnet. What is the body temperature of a normal man? 37 degrees centigrade. Which of the following helps in the clotting of blood? Vitamin K. Total volume of blood in a normal adult being is 5 to 6 liters. Red blood corpuscles are formed in the bone marrow. How many bones are there in an adult human being? 206. Tibia is a bone found in leg. The largest part of the human brain is cerebrum. What is the main component of bones and teeth? Calcium phosphate. The main constituent of hemoglobin is iron. The main function of kidney is to remove waste production from the body. The main function of hemoglobin is transportation of oxygen. Which of the following glands secrete tears? Lacrimal. Which is the largest gland in the human body? Liver. Which is the largest organ in the human body? Skin. A person of which of the following blood groups is called universal donor? O. Which gland in the human body is called the master gland? Pituitary gland. How many bones are there in the newly born infant? 300. Which of the following have maximum caloric value? Fats. Which of the following vitamins promote healthy functioning of eyes in human beings? Vitamin A. The average heartbeat per minute in a normal man is 70. A person with which of the following blood groups can receive blood of any group? AB. Malaria is a disease which affects spleen. Which of the following diseases is caused by virus? Smallpox. Medulla oblongata is a part of human brain. Myopia is a disease connected with eyes. Leukemia is a disease of blood. Short-sightedness can be corrected by using concave lens. Trachoma is a disease of the eyes. ECG is used for the diagnosis of alignments of heart. Dialysis is used for the treatment of kidney failure. The most important stimulant in tea leaves is caffeine. Dolly is the name of the first cloned sheep.